Good morning. Welcome to the Lancaster County Board of Commissioners meeting for Tuesday, March 28th, 2023. I'm Chair Krista Yoakum. To my right is Vice Chair Sean Flowerday. To my far right is Commissioner Roma Amundson. To my left is Commissioner Rick Vest. And to the far left is Commissioner Matt Schulte. Please stand and recite the national anthem, or the Pledge of Allegiance with us. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I do think Mr. Hanson might be willing to sing for us next.
I was going to say we may have to have a designated singer if we go to the national anthem.
Well, we could do that too.
Call Jennifer down here.
Please begin with the location announcement.
Of course.
Thank you.
Location announcement of the Nebraska Open Meetings Act. A copy of the Nebraska Open Meetings Act is located on the wall of the rear of the hearing room. Additionally, all written materials to be discussed at today's open meeting is available for electronic viewing from the county clerk's staff. Printing options are available upon request. These materials can also be viewed at the county's website at lancaster.ne.gov. Brings us to item 1, minutes. Approval of the minutes of the Board of Commissioners meeting held on March 21st, 2023.
Move approval?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any corrections or discussion? Please call the roll.
Best?
Yes.
Amundson?
Yes.
Schulte?
Yes.
Flowerday?
Yes.
Yoakum?
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. Item 2 is claims. Approval of the claims process through March 28th, 2023. And I'll note for the board there is a payroll claim amendment.
I would move that we approve the claims through March 28, 2023, and amend to include the payroll distributions through March 22nd, 2023.
Second?
We have a motion and a second. Seeing no comments, please call the roll.
Flowerday?
Yes.
Vest?
Yes.
Amundson?
Yes.
Schulte?
Yes.
Yoakum?
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. Item 3, consent items. These are routine business items that are expected to be adopted without dissent. Any individual item may be removed for special discussion and consideration by a commissioner or by any member of the public without prior notice. Unless there is an exception, these items will be approved as one single vote of the Board of Commissioners. These items are the approval of A, amendments to the following county contracts. 1, C-18-0155 with Graybar Electric Company Incorporated for electrical, lighting, data communications, and security products and related products, services, and solutions. 2, C-20-0142 with Orkin LLC for pest control. 3, C-22-0434, an interlocal agreement with the City of Lincoln and the Lincoln Airport Authority to utilize American Rescue Plan Act funds for financial incentives to expand regularly scheduled commercial passenger air service at the Lincoln Airport. B, right-of-way contracts with the following: James M. and Anita M. Jambor, Northwest 70th Street and West Agnew Road in the amount of $344. 2, Roy E. and Bearden Swanson, North 98th Street, Holder Street to Adams Street in the amount of $7,655. Number 3, Lois M. Schmidt, North 98th Street to North 98th Street, Holder Street to Adams Street in the amount of $19,235. 4, Jeffrey M. and Teresa L. Martin, Joint Revocable Trust, South 54th Street and Martell Road in the amount of $2,665. 5, Lyle D. Stolte Life Estate, South 162nd Street and Roca Road in the amount of $230. C, change order number 4 to county contract C-220842, authorizing Kinergy Construction to fill in a sloped floor with new concrete level floor with expansion joints. D, setting a public hearing on Tuesday, April 11th, 2023 regarding text amendment number 23003 to amend Articles 2, 6, 13, and 17 of the Lancaster County zoning resolution.
Move approval of the consent items.
Second?
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion?
I guess I would just comment, I'm excited about the airport revision on this to hopefully expand and find some good service in that Lincoln. I hear over and over, especially from people that work out at the airport and travel a lot, that they'd like to see some more flights in and out of Lincoln. So I really hope that this can work. These revisions can work to help us find some other routes in and out of Lincoln.
That's very well said, Matt, and we've had a lot of people, kudos to all those who worked hard to make these adjustments to an agreement that's been around for a while. I think the folks at the airport are looking at very creative alternatives that are gonna help make Lincoln the airport to go to.
Well, I think all of our hope is that with this shot of investment, hopefully we will create enough regular traffic flow that the flights will continue well beyond the ARPA funds that are being assigned here.
I
Absolutely.
think that's the hope of a lot of folks, absolutely. Please call the roll.
Schulte,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. New business, item 4A, resolution in the matter of authorizing the county board chair or vice chair to sign a professional services agreement, supplement number 3, with Felsberg, Holt, and Olvig for additional environmental services.
Morning, everyone. Larry Legg, Lancaster County Engineering. This is a resolution to allow for signing of the following item. It had to add some public involvement for this project. So I guess I'll talk about that when we get to the next item.
Move approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Amundson,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. 4B, the professional services agreement, supplement number 3, with Felsberg, Holt, and Olvig for environmental services.
Yes, this supplement is to allow for additional public outreach. If you recall, we held a public information meeting, I believe it was November of '21. So the amount of time between that information meeting and now, we wanted to do some additional public outreach to let them know that the project is progressing and what the decisions or answers to those questions were, because they did have questions. And that's part of the federal process is when you have public outreach, that if people ask questions, we need to get them an answer and get that answer recorded.
Move approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Yes.
Vest, Amundson,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. Item 4C, agreement with Cedar Woods Estates LLC to meet the county engineer's minimum specifications for density and thickness of asphalt pavement of Walters Ridge Road, Ridgecrest Road, Longview Lane, and South 54th Street in the Walters Ridge subdivision.
Yes, this is an agreement to allow the developer to cure some deficiencies that occurred when they paved the subdivision. There were some areas where it was thin, and there were also some areas where we did not get the proper compaction and density. We've reviewed the proposal, and we agree with this.
Move approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. 4D, a right of entry and maintenance agreement with the Nebraska Game and Parks Commission. There is no cost to the county.
This is for the closed bridge down on Roca Road. Game and Parks has the property to one side of it, and Game and Parks generally does not like, excuse me, does not like to sell right away. So instead, what we do is we acquire a right of entry for the life of the structure, and that's what this is. And we're hoping to get this thing rocking and rolling pretty soon.
Move approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Schulte,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. 4E, recommendation from the purchasing agent and county engineer to award a contract to JJK Construction LLC for the replacement of County Bridge E38. The cost of the county is $1,002,680.25.
This is the bridge just, I guess, a little bit east and south of Malcolm. We closed it probably a little bit over a year ago. This is a contract that actually came in lower than what our engineer's estimate was, which was, we were pleased with that. It's to JJK was the low bid, and they've done a couple other bridges in the county, and they're a very competent contractor. We recommend award of this.
I do have a question. What are the types of grants or funds that are being used for this?
I do not believe there are any grants or funds. This is
Okay,
this is our operating.
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, it's directly from the county, so we're not using any federal aid, which is why it's done
Yeah.
as quick as it is.
There were no slowdowns in
Yeah,
that kind of way.
we did really move on this one, so as best we could.
Well,
This-
that's one of the reasons I wanted to know, because it is good to be able to do that.
This bridge is really important to the city and the community there, and so I'm really glad it's moving here.
Yeah, it divides the ball fields from the town, so.
Well, and their water treatment, and yeah.
You'd mentioned that it came in under what the projection was. How much under? What are we talking? $10? $100,000?
Approximately 20%.
Okay.
I don't know if I should say exactly what the amount is, because, we don't want to let the contractors know how
We are
much they.
glad it's under.
Right. So,
Good. Well,
but it was about 20% less than what we had estimated, so,
Yeah. Well, I know costs are really hard to predict right now.
really, and like I said, we were well pleased with that.
Yeah.
I would move approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Amundson,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. 4F, a special events permit application from Gary Breedhoff with Tiger Coaching and Personal Training for a Last Blast Lincoln Triathlon event to be held on September 10th, 2023.
Pleasure seeing you again.
Yeah, my
Yeah,
goodness.
well, it seems like it's been a year, but it goes fast. No,
Right.
Yeah, I'm Gary Bredoff with Tiger Coach and Personal Training, asking your approval of the triathlon, and I think this is about our 12th year. I don't know how many more years I'm going to do this, but we're going to keep it going. We had actually a record number last year. We had 200 and almost 220, and we expect about the same this year, maybe a few more. So we really enjoy the event, work well with Dave out there at Branched Oak Lake and his help with traffic control and all that kind of stuff. So I'm here to answer any questions if you have them.
Do you participate in it?
I don't anymore. I used to. No, I don't ever participate in the ones that I put on, but I've done triathlons and Ironmans in the past,
yeah.
so that's kind of my background. And then as I got out of that, I wanted to offer that opportunity to other people. I think last year we had of the 220, almost 30% were new triathletes are trying the sport out. That's why we have a short sprint one, and then we have the Olympic one. And the sprint one last year actually had about 170 compared, so almost 2/3 of it was sprint, the short one, and the longer one. We used to be where we had the longer one was the most, but now as people are getting older and so forth, not as many are doing the long triathlon, but the new one, the short one, the sprint one, gives the opportunity for people to try it out. So
Well, after sitting on some very cold bleachers at a soccer game last night, a Lincoln High soccer game, and I was reading the agenda, my husband and I always do this. We always bring the kayaks and do
yes,
the
and we
kayak
appreciate
support.
that. I know you said
So
we're
I-
always looking for that support. And
Yeah, so I put it on my calendar, and then I felt like I'd missed the whole summer. We've gone from spring to fall, but
yeah, I got to sit at a soccer game tonight, so my
I
grandson.
hope yours is warmer than mine.
I think it will be.
Well,
I appreciate this event. If you look in your list from 2021, you'll find my name on there. I did compete in the
All
sprint
right,
event.
congratulations, great.
It's a fun one. I definitely would like to go back sometime. Not sure I can commit to this year, but I will be back.
Yeah,
up
it's a great
again
venue.
sometime.
People, we have people that come around the state, and a few from Iowa and Kansas, and they enjoy the Branched Oak area and the park area out there. They really love it. It's a challenging event, as you know, with a lot of hills, but people enjoy it.
Gary, just a personal question.
Mhm.
Did you participate in these when you were in high school?
Did I participate in what?
In triathlons when you were in high school?
No, I did not. I was a runner in high school, as you know. I was in track and cross country. So, and as I got older and got injured in running, I tried biking, and then ultimately that led to learn to swim and started my triathlon. So
Well-
enjoy it. I enjoy the cross training, and like to offer that to others. So I will mention that this year we are some of the proceeds are going to go have changed. We used to support the YMCA Strong Kids campaign. Well, this year I was fortunate to be chosen as coach. I attended a paraplegic triathlon camp and a coaching camp out at a training center in Colorado Springs. And so we're going to put proceeds toward that and send some to them to support the paraplegic Olympic movement, and then also keep some locally to hopefully find some people that are paraplegics that want to. That also includes people that are blind or disabled that we can offer them the chance to do triathlon and offer ways to help fund that because they need special equipment and so forth.
No, that's fantastic. I would move approval.
Yeah, I really appreciate you doing this. I second.
We have a motion and a second.
Thank you.
Please call the roll.
Vest,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. Brings us to 4G, an agreement with the Nebraska Administrative Office of the Courts and Probation for the administration of a family treatment court and safe and healthy families court programs. The total cost is $99,266 for a term through September 30th, 2025.
Good morning, Sarah Hoyle, Director of Human Services for the City of Lincoln and Lancaster County. This is an agreement with Probation Administration to hire a problem-solving court coordinator for both Judge Heidemann's Family Drug Court and then Judge White's Safe and Healthy Court. So this is funded through a grant, a majority of the grant coming through the Office of Juvenile Justice and Delinquency Prevention for 3 years, and then $10,000 of this coming from the Woods Foundation for Judge White's court. So as you can see by the cost of it, Probation Administration is putting in a bulk of the funding towards this. And it will be a employee with Probation Administration.
These problem-solving courts are absolutely really beneficial for the youth. And because many times when they come out of the YSC or, some of the other programs, they just return back to their original environment, the family. And so this is one of the things that's really, really necessary.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Is this a new program?
Yes, so both of them are new. Yes.
Okay. Where did the idea come from, or what's the kind of based on, or is this something that you've dreamt up? Just help me understand a little more on that.
No, the Family Violence Council and the Domestic Violence Network put together Judge White's court, and that's the court that has kids, families who are in the system for abuse and neglect cases because of domestic violence. Judge Heidemann's court has been around for a couple years, but it's predominantly being funded through this particular grant and then through the State Department of Health and Human Services. So then this grant allowed the court to grow. It also allowed the court to provide for housing for a lot of these individuals. And that particular court is focused more on substance use and mothers who are have substance abuse issues and getting them sober and getting their kids back with them.
So I see it's almost $100,000, but that's for 3 years.
Right.
That's doesn't seem like enough to pay a staff member for 3 years. So how is this money going to be used?
Through probation is paying the bulk of this, and then the grant is just picking up some of it.
I know, but so is it hiring a part-time staff or a full-time staff, or is it just?
No, it's a full-time staff member that will be shared between the two courts.
Okay.
Yep, and that position will be responsible for coordinating court calendars, for following up with DHHS, who they're the case managers for both of these programs with the adults. So,
Okay.
yep.
Well done. I move approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. 4H is the subaward contract with the Nebraska Administrative Office of the Courts and Probation for the Family Treatment Court and Safe and Healthy Families Court programs in the amount of $89,226.
And because this involves federal funding, we are required then to pass through all of our special conditions onto the individuals, the Office of Probation Administration, that we give the funding to. So this is the subaward explaining all of that.
Move approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the subaward. Please call the roll.
Schulte,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. 4I is a contract with the Nebraska Department of Health and Human Services to reimburse Lancaster County for the personal service cost of deputy county attorneys associated with the termination of parental rights actions. The county will receive $262,444.
Move approval?
I guess, I will second, but does any, yeah, John.
We have somebody that can speak to that. Thank you, John.
Good morning, Commissioners.
Yeah, just $262,000 to terminate parental rights.
That's over the course of the 2-year contract, and I believe that was associated with the prior 4-year contract number, and we just accounted for rising inflation cost. And that's total across the entire juvenile division. Any deputy county attorney who receives a referral from DHHS and then proceeds to a termination of parental rights, those times are estimated and reimbursed by DHHS through this contract.
This is a fairly common practice then, John? We're seeing a lot of that in our
Yes, that's correct. It's this comes up once every 4 years or so.
county? Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Please call the roll.
Amundson,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. 4J, contract with Production Creek LLC, doing business as Production Creek Specialty Advertising, to provide annual supply of work clothing. The cost of the county is not to exceed $25,000.
Move approval.
Second?
We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Please call the roll.
Vest,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. 4K, contracts with the following to provide electrical and large-scale electrical services. The cost of the county for all contracts is not to exceed $110,000. They are Capital City Electric Incorporated, Commonwealth Electric Company of the Midwest, IES Electric Incorporated, Progressive Holdings Incorporated, doing business as Progressive Electric, Wired Incorporated, and Wilmar Electric Service Corp.
Move approval?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. I see no further discussion. Please call the roll.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. 4L, a settlement agreement and release between Sheila Grummert and Lancaster County.
Move approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Schulte,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. Next item is the legislative update.
See any update? Thank
All,
you.
all day hearings.
Yeah, we are done
Or
testifying.
I'm saying all day testimony now, or testifying on the floor. We're done. So
Well,
here we go.
Here we go.
All right. Item number 6 is public comment. Those wishing to speak on items related to county business not on the agenda may do so at this time.
Anyone here to speak on public comment? Seeing none, please proceed.
Announcements. The Lancaster County Board of Commissioners will hold a staff meeting on Thursday, March 30th, 2023 at 8:30 a.m. in room 112 of the County City Building. The Lancaster County Board of Commissioners will hold its next regular meeting on Tuesday, April 4th, 2023 at 9 a.m. with the Board of Equalization immediately following in room 112 of the County City Building. County Commissioners can be reached at 402-441-7447 or commish@lancaster.ne.gov. The Lancaster County Board of Commissioners meeting is broadcast live on LNK TV. LNK TV is available on Allo Channel 2 and Spectrum Channel 1300. For the rebroadcast schedule, visit lincoln.ne.gov. Meetings are also streamed live on YouTube and Facebook. LNK TV apps are available on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire TV. Item 8 is
We
adjournment.
adjourn.
We have a motion and a second to adjourn. Please call the roll.
Amundson,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. We're adjourned.